morning, students. Today we are going to study the biological process of the nitrogen fixation, or it is called a biological nitrogen fixation. In the last class I told them nitrogen fixation taken place by two methods, that is the abiological method and the biological method. So now we are going to deal with what is the biological method of the nitrogen fixation. So what is actually biological method of the nitrogen fixation? Nitrogen fixation with the help of the biological organisms or living organisms is known as the biological nitrogen fixation. You know, this biological nitrogen fixation is possible only with the help of some prokaryotic organisms. It is not possible in eukaryotic organism. Then why it is possible exclusively found only in the prokaryotic organism? Because biological nitrogen fixation requiring a particular enzyme. The name of the enzyme is the nitrogenase. This nitrogenase is available only in the prokaryotic organism. Some of the prokaryotic organisms, some of the bacteria, it is not present in any other organism. So biological nitrogen fixation is solely or it taken place exclusively with the help of some of the prokaryotic organisms that are containing the nitrogenase enzyme. This nitrogenase enzyme is a molybdenum iron containing enzyme. Molybdenum and iron containing enzyme. Molybdenum and iron containing enzyme. And this enzyme working only in the anaerobic condition. So for that, the surrounding, the medium must be anaerobic in condition without any oxygen. So for that property, a particular pigment is given to some plants. That pigment is known as a leg hemoglobin. This leg hemoglobin is a scavenger of the oxygen. It is removing all the oxygen present in the surrounding, and the medium is making anaerobic. In this anaerobic condition, the nitrogenase will work. Molybdenum iron containing nitrogenase will work, and it is helping for the nitrogen fixation. Okay, so it is possible only in the some of the prokaryotic organism. So what are the different prokaryotic organism which is showing this nitrogen fixation property? Actually, what is the nitrogen fixation? Conversion of the nitrogen into ammonia. From the ammonia to nitrite and from the nitrite to nitrate is known as nitrogen fixation. Some of the nitrogen fixers, prokaryotic organisms are here. See, Frankia. Frankia is one of the free-living, symbiotic. Frankia is a symbiotic nitrogen fixer, and that is present in the non-leguminous plant. For example, Ulmus plant, Ulmus casuarina, and Ulmus plant. It is seen in the Frankia, seen in the casuarina plant and Ulmus plant. These are the Ulmus. These plants are non-leguminous plant. The non-leguminous plant, by symbiotic association, the Frankia producing the nitrogen fixing with the help of the nitrogenase enzyme. And the symbiotic association seen in the leguminous plant are the rhizobium bacteria. The rhizobium bacteria producing the root nodule. What is actually a root nodule? The leguminous plant, suppose this is the plant, this is the root. On the root, it is producing very small bulb-like structure, and this bulb-like structure is known as the root nodule. And this is root nodule containing the nitrogenase containing bacteria, and also it is containing the leg hemoglobin. Anaerobic atmosphere is producing, and nitrogen fixation takes place. So rhizobium present in the root nodule. And which type of the pea plant, leguminous plant, Sesbania rostrata, alpha, sweet clover, sweet pea plant, garden pea plant, all these are the leguminous plant. In this leguminous plant, root nodule producing, and the root nodule containing this bacteria that is helping for the nitrogen fixation. Another example is the aerorhizobium. It actually present in the stem nodule. Some of the plant, it is producing the nodules on the stem. The root has no nodule, but the stem, suppose this is a stem, the stem showing the some of the nodules, and this stem nodule containing this aero, so it is called aero means above the ground, aerorhizobium in the stem nodules. Another example is the Xanthomonas and the Mycobacterium. These are present on the leaf nodule. Some of the leaf, it is producing the leaf having some small nodules, and these nodules contain some bacteria. These bacteria are the Xanthomonas and the Mycobacterium. And the plant, Rubiaceae plant and the Myrcinaceae plant. Myrcinaceae plant, these bacteria, Xanthomonas and the Mycobacterium living, and it is helping for the nitrogen fixation. Another group is Anabella and Nostoc. So anaben and nostoc, it is commonly found along with the lichen, anthocerosa, azolla, and some of the cycad root, for example, cycas root, this anaben and nostoc living together and produce anaben or nostoc living and helping for the nitrogen fixation. All these are the symbiotic nitrogen fixers. And some of the pre-living nitrogen fixer is also available. So take example, Azotobacter living in the soil. It is a pre-living bacteria that is helping for the nitrogen fixation. And Bechernicia aerobic bacteria that also helping for the nitrogen fixation. And Klebsiella is also helping for the nitrogen fixation. But very important, all these are the prokaryotic organisms. So only prokaryotic organism helping for the nitrogen fixation biologically. Okay. Then let us take the root nodule. What is actually a root nodule? If you take the CS of the root nodule or cross section of the root nodule, you can see the structure of the root nodule. Actually, the root nodule is a spherical structure. See, this is the root nodule. It is spherical structure. If you opening and take the cross section, you can see that in the center there is a pink colored area or a red colored area. A pink colored or red colored area present in the center. This red color is because the leg hemoglobin. Leg hemoglobin. Just like our hemoglobin, the hemoglobin has the capacity to combine with the oxygen, and this leg hemoglobin also combine with oxygen, and this atmosphere is a totally like anaerobic. In this anaerobic condition, the nitrogenous enzyme produced by the bacteria will do the nitrogen fixation. So that is a root nodule. The next question, how the root nodule is formed in a particular plant. For example, this Asbania rostratum alpha alpha C2P plant or the Ulmus plant, how the root nodule is formed. So let us see how the root nodule formation taken place briefly. See here, this is the structure of the root hair. Root hair is actually produced from the epidermal cells. So this is the root hair, and this is the cortical area, and here is the pericycle. Okay, and this is the soil particles, larger and smaller soil particles. The soil in the soil, among the soil particles, you can see this bacteria, Rhizobium or Prangia-like bacteria, it is living in the soil. So these bacteria coming very closely attached with the epidermal cell of the root hair. And when it attached to the epidermal cell of the root hair producing a hook-like structure that is known as a root hook. So this root hook is actually produced to accommodate more and more bacteria. So bacteria coming to attach here, and this bacteria penetrate inside. So when it is penetrating inside, automatically inside there is a thread formation taking place. This thread is known as the infection thread. And the bacteria is passing through the infection thread, and then it is coming to the pericycle. From the pericycle, it is reaching to the outer cortex, and the outer cortex to the inner cortex. It is reaching to the inner cortical area. In the inner cortical area, this bacteria is releasing from the infection thread. The bacteria will release, and the released bacteria multiply within the cortical cells, inner cortical cells, and the number will increase, and the root nodule formation begins there. And finally, the root nodule is forming, and this root nodule establishing with the xylem and the phloem connection. Otherwise, it cannot get the food and the water molecules. So to get the sufficient food and the water molecule, and this mature root nodule establish a physiological connection with the xylem and the phloem. So such a root nodule formation, and this root nodule, because the enlarged size, it is pushing outside and forming. Suppose this is the root and pushing outside and forming the nodule-like structure or bud-like structure. So that is the method of the root nodule formation. And in the root nodule, how the nitrogen fixation takes place. It is containing the nitrogenase. I already told it is containing bacteria. The bacteria containing the nitrogenase, and the leg hemoglobin is present outside in the root nodule. So root nodule make the ideal condition for the nitrogenase activity and the nitrogen fixation taking place. So how the nitrogen fixation taken place? See here. The reaction for the nitrogen fixation, I will write here. For the nitrogen fixation, nitrogen is essential. Nitrogen is present in the atmosphere. It is taken inside the root nodule, and this nitrogen, along with the 8 electrons, are required for the reduction of the nitrogen, and along with the 8 hydrogen ions, and along with the 16 ATP molecules are required for this process. And this converting into 2 NH3 plus hydrogen hydrogen molecule and 16 ADP plus and 16 inorganic phosphate, because the phosphate is already given and the nitrogen is reduced. So one molecule of the nitrogen is reduced to two molecule of the ammonia is produced. See, for the reduction of the one molecule of the nitrogen to one ammonia, it is requiring 4 electrons to transfer to the nitrogen. For the formation of the one ammonia, it is requiring 4 pairs of the electrons, 2 pairs of the electrons, not 4 pairs, 2 pairs of the electrons transfer to the nitrogen. To transfer the 2 pairs of electrons, it is requiring 4 ATP molecules, 4 ATP. So to produce a reduction of the one nitrogen molecules to 2 NH3, 2 ammonia, it is requiring 16 ATP molecules. 16 ATP molecules. So actually, for the 2 electrons, it is requiring 4 ATP. So 8 electrons, it is requiring 16 ATP molecules. So the conversion, reduction of the nitrogen, molecular nitrogen to ammonia, it is requiring 16 ATP molecules. So that is the reason why here taken 16 ATP molecule. Okay, what is the reason? For 4 ATP is requiring to transfer a pair of the electrons to the nitrogen. So to transfer the 8 electrons to the nitrogen, it is requiring 16 ATP molecules. So that is the reaction of the nitrogen fixation that has taken place inside the root nodule. Okay, then see here the enzyme, how the enzyme is working here. I told enzyme nitrogen is very essential. How the nitrogen is acting here. See here, this is the nitrogenase enzyme. This is the nitrogenase. The nitrogen enzyme have active site. This is the active site. So this is the nitrogenase enzyme, nitrogenase. And this nitrogenase combines with the nitrogen. How many? 2 nitrogen means 1 molecule of the nitrogen. So this is the nitrogen, this is the nitrogen, and between that there is a 3 hydrogen bond. That is a nitrogen molecule. This is the nitrogen molecule with 3 hydrogen bond. Okay, 3 hydrogen bond. So this nitrogen combines with nitrogenase. How it combines? Where it combines? Here is the active site. In this active site, this nitrogen is combining like this. So this is the nitrogen. The nitrogen is combining here. Nitrogen. So like that, a compound enzyme, a substrate complex is formed. Then this enzyme substrate complex is reduced. To reduce for the reduction, hydrogen ions are requiring. The hydrogen ions is given here, and it is reduced. Then after the reduction, it appears like this. This is the nitrogenase enzyme, and the nitrogen is attached here. This is the nitrogen. On the nitrogen, the hydrogen is attaching. So see here, this is the 1 hydrogen out of the 2. This is the another hydrogen. So it will reduce. Again, it will reduce. So for the reduction, again hydrogen ions are given, and this reducing like this. So here again, nitrogen. For the reduction, again hydrogen ion. This is the first hydrogen ion already present there. This is the another hydrogen ion, and this is the another hydrogen ion. Again, it will reduce by giving 2 more hydrogen ions. Again, it will reduce. See here, like this. So here the nitrogen. This is the nitrogen. So first 2 hydrogen already there, and 1 more hydrogen is adding there. This is the hydrogen 1, this is the hydrogen second, this is the hydrogen 1, hydrogen second already present there, and 3rd hydrogen is also adding there. So like that, NH3 is formed. Now NH3 is formed, and thereafter it will separate. So the enzyme product is formed. The product is moving outside. What is the product? N hydrogen. Okay. Then again N hydrogen. hydrogen, and this enzyme is releasing. So enzymatic reaction, the property is that enzyme remaining as such without any, not taken part, not used up, it remaining as such, and this ammonia is formed. So like this nitrogen is helping to convert, reduce the nitrogen to ammonia. So like that ammonia is formed. This reaction is taken place inside the root nodule. That is a method of the formation of the ammonia from the nitrogen. Then what is the fate of this ammonia, or what is the fate of this nitrogen nitrate formed? Let us see the fate of the ammonia. So the fate of the ammonia is that fate of ammonia. The ammonia containing the amine group. This amine group is adding to the amino acid, and different types of the amino acid is produced. Some of the amount of the ammonia is volatilizing, and the major part is using for the preparation of the synthesis of the amino acid with the help of the amine group of the ammonia. Okay. Then most of this ammonia is utilized for the synthesis of the amino acid. So how the amino acid is synthesized? One of the method of the amino acid synthesis is the reduction aminase. Reduction aminase. Reduction aminase. Reduction aminase means the ammonia already prepared by the ammonification reaction or the nitrogen fixation reaction. This ammonia is converting into amino acid. So for example, alpha ketoglutaric acid. One of the examples is alpha ketoglutaric acid. This alpha ketoglutaric acid combines with ammonia. The ammonia already produced here, ammonia. And this in the presence of the reducing agent NADPH. Reducing agent is requiring, and in the presence of the enzyme glutarate dehydrogenase. Glutarate dehydrogenase. This enzyme, each and every place enzyme is requiring dehydrogenase. In the presence of this dehydrogenase, it is converting into glutaric acid. Alpha ketoglutaric acid converting into glutaric acid. So in amino acid, glutaric acid is produced from the alpha ketoglutaric acid in the presence of, here actually the amino group is added to the keto group, and this ketoglutaric acid converted into glutamic acid. So naturally the NADPH2, the NADP will remaining there, it again used for that reaction. So this is the one fate of the ammonia. So ammonia is produced. Ammonia is the first stable product of the nitrogen fixation. This ammonia using for the reduction by reduction aminase, it will reduce some of the compound like alpha ketoglutaric acid to glutaric acid, means glutamic acid, that means amino acid. So this actually the amino group is added to the keto group. So then another one is the transaminase. Number second is the transaminase reaction. Transaminase reaction. Let us see transaminase reaction. So this is another fate of the ammonia producer, transaminase reaction. So what is actually transaminase reaction? Transaminase. In the transaminase, the amine group is transferred to a keto group. Amine group is transferred to keto group by replacing the OH group. The OH group is replaced. OH group of the keto is replaced by this amino group, and amino group is adding and producing a particular amino acid. Let us say take R1, one of the amino acid R1, C, H, and NH3, CO. This is the first amino acid R1. R1 is the first amino acid. And second amino acid R2 is the second amino acid, and you see this is the keto group COO. So here the amino group, this amino group is transferred to this keto group. So by replacing the OH group, so it will become like this: R1 C double bond O, keto group transferred to here, and here CO plus R2 C NH2. NH3 and COO. So here produced a new amino acid. An amino group is added to that and produces a new amino acid. This is known as the transaminase reaction. So by the transaminase reaction also the amino acid is producing. You know, when the amino group is added, it is known as the amide group. So when amino acid adding to the amino acid, it becomes the amide. There are two amide, that is the asparagine amide one of the amide. Is amide means one amino group is more. Asparagine amide, and another one is the glutamic amides. So one of the amide is the asparagine. Another amide is the glutamic. These are the two amides. Glutamic. And these two amides corresponding to the asparagic acid produced from the asparagic acid and the glutamic acid. By this transaminase reaction, amino group is adding to the keto group by replacing the OH and producing this asparagine and glutamic. It has one amino group is more. So it is known as the amide. This amide having more nitrogen comparing to the amino acid, and this hence this amide is using for the translocation of the amino acid through the xylem and phloem, especially through the xylem. It is using for the xylem via the xylem vessels. So the transportable form of the amino acid, expecting in the NEET examination, transportable form is the amide. The amide containing more nitrogen comparing to the amino acid. And another is that a particular example is the soybean. In the case of the soybean, this is type of the reaction that amide is not to producing, but the nitrogen fixed is directly used for the production of the uride. It is producing the uride. The urides are also containing more nitrogen comparing to the amino acid. So especially in the case of the soybean, this nitrogen fixed, the fixed nitrogen is converting into urides, and uride helping for the transportation to other parts through the xylem. So uride also having high amount of the nitrogen comparing to the amino acid. So that is the biological method of the nitrogen fixation. So thank you. Revise it.